Welcome back to the channel. Racer X here, and today I want to do a very short video on a question that I've had from people really for years now, and I've just never done a video about it. I usually just respond, but today I figure I'll go ahead, I'll put a video out about this topic. So many people have asked, look, Racer X, does driving my Scat Pack or my Hellcat or whatever, does it hurt it if I drive it in track mode? Well, today I will answer that question for you. I actually popped down to the local Dodge dealership here. This is Ferman Dodge Jeep Chrysler Ram in Wesley Chapel. They've actually got a beautiful selection here. So I'm going to go show you kind of a few things that they have here, but mostly today we're going to be talking about driving your car in track mode. Does it hurt it? I will give you the answer to that today. Also, please guys, if you have not subscribed to my channel, you watch my stuff all the time, do me a huge favor, hit subscribe right down here in the corner. If you are on your phone, maybe it's not showing up there, but hit the subscribe button. It really does help the channel. Give me the thumbs up. And also, if you want to follow me on Instagram, guys, almost nobody follows me on Instagram. It's really interesting, but you can follow me on Instagram, RacerX Official, and off we go.
T-minus 15 seconds.
So really quick, I just want to take note, because most of the Dodge dealerships I go to nowadays, they have like no inventory at all. But here at Ferman, they've actually got quite a bit. I see all sorts of performance stuff. You've got a Scat Pack over here. Right over here, you've got a wide body Scat Pack. Actually, this is a beautiful car. I really like this thing. This is another wide body Scat Pack. That one is, I love that color on this thing. And of course, over here, there's a Charger Scat Pack wide body. There's a black one over here. There's a TRX. I saw a couple of TRXs over there as well. It's really nice and quiet here too. I really like this. Now, since it's not actually raining yet here in Florida, it just seems to never stop raining. But at any rate, I'm going to kind of stand out here and talk a little bit about, first, the break-in period on these cars. Now, my Hellcat actually, it never really prompted me. It never said, hey, look, you know, you must drive at 500 miles. I could put that thing in track from day one. And but I did try to follow the break-in procedures for that car. I do highly recommend that on the new cars. A lot of times it won't even let you get into track mode or really get on it the way you would really want to until you achieve that 500 miles threshold, so to speak, right? So I do highly recommend that you give your car some heat cycles and some time to kind of break in. Follow the break-in procedures, guys. I mean, you spend a lot of money on these cars. Go ahead and follow it to a T. I wouldn't say it necessarily needs 500 miles, but I mean, just follow the rules, guys, on those things. I would really highly recommend you still do it. You know, would the car be okay if you had 300 miles on it? Probably. But at the end of the day, just follow the guidelines of what the car, you know, what manufacturer wants you to do on the break-in, and you should be fine. So, track mode, and I'm sure that's why most of the people out there are watching this video. Can you put your car in track mode after the 500 miles? Absolutely. Does it hurt your car? Well, the answer to that question is no, it doesn't hurt the car at all. Matter of fact, track mode is actually easier on your transmission than both sport and street. I know some people would find that hard to believe because it shifts so hard, it feels abrupt, but that nice, quick, hard shift actually helps your transmission in the long term. In order to actually shift like in street mode, it actually kind of has to slip that transmission a little bit, and it actually takes more wear doing it in street mode than it does in track. And track was my favorite way to drive my Scat Pack that I owned. Now my Hellcat, obviously being 1,000 plus horsepower, it had a pretty gnarly tune on it, so that thing felt like it was going to leap off the ground in track mode. I actually like driving that car in sport, but don't be afraid to drive your cars in both street and track mode. Now I know for URT guys out there, you know, they've got the track pack and all that kind of stuff, but don't be afraid to drive your car in the more aggressive modes, guys. That's really my main you know, point of this whole video, is that these guys did not engineer these cars and give you that drive mode selection and think, oh well, you know what, if they put it in this mode, it's going to tear it up. So feel free to put that thing in track mode every opportunity that you get. It will not hurt the car, guys. Now, that being said, you want to make sure that you keep fresh fluids in your car. I mean, that's normal upkeep 101, guys, especially on performance cars that are this expensive. Make sure that you're doing your upkeep, your oil changes, all the fluids that obviously the manufacturer calls for. But putting the car in track mode does not hurt it at all, guys. It makes the car that much more fun to drive. All those shifts come much, you know, it's a much snappier way to drive that car and really enjoy it. Now, one other question that I do get a lot, I figure I'll just go ahead and tackle it in this video. You can see all these wide body scat packs here. Obviously, you've got Hellcats out there that also have the dynamic suspension modes, and it doesn't hurt the car either to put it in any of the suspension modes that are offered on these cars. So if you have dynamic suspension on your car, don't be afraid to put it in the most aggressive setting. I mean, literally, it does not hurt the car, guys, to go with that. Now, if you put it in track, it will absolutely chatter your teeth out if you drive it like that all the time. It just makes the suspension, in my mind, way too stiff. But if you like that sort of thing, you like the hard cornering and less body roll, go ahead and put the thing in track. It will not hurt it, guys. Don't be afraid to put it in sport or street. Obviously, if you're drag racing, you want to keep that thing in street mode, so it's going to shift the weight, obviously, to the rear tires. But you know what? Any of the drive modes, guys, that they give you, whether it be on the transmission, on the steering, on the suspension, any of that kind of stuff, literally don't be afraid to use those. The car is engineered for those. It will not hurt it. I do want to keep today's video pretty short and sweet. Come check out Ferman Dodge Jeep Chrysler Ram if you're in Central Florida. I'm actually really impressed with their inventory here, and it is so nice and quiet outside, but it is getting ready to rain. But yeah, if you own a Scat Pack or even an RT, certainly if you drive a Hellcat, I mean, any of those trims, guys, and you are a little apprehensive about putting your car in track or even in sport because you feel like it's going to hurt the car, I promise you it won't. And I have access to a lot of people that are very, very smart. They know these transmissions, whether it's an HP 70, an HP 90, it really doesn't make a difference. These cars are engineered to drive that way. Like I said, less stress putting it in track mode than more. A lot of people would not realize that. And just use all the drive modes and enjoy the car for what it is. Set it up the way that you like it, and don't worry about it. It won't break the car, guys. I mean, I assure you, they are set up. I have not heard of a transmission going bad because they drove it in track mode. If you've ever heard of that, let me know, guys. But like I said, I talked to all the Dodge engineers and a lot of the tuners and everybody I've talked to. It's not a thing. So don't worry about it, guys. Anyway, let me know what you think about it in the comments down below, and I'll catch you on the next one. So until then, Racer X.